Hey, hello, and welcome to yet another game here at ALTTPR League. I'm Swedish Arctic Fox, and this is going to be a really hype game between Kaede Rukawa and Retro Redfield. It's the two top teams in the league, Blue Balls United and Reality Archer Aces in the Hera division. I'm joined here today by Noble. Welcome, Noble.
Hey, and good evening, good morning, wherever you're from, guys, and let's get on with some rando. Today's settings are open. I'm excited. It's a fun
Yeah.
mode.
Yeah, it's I guess the mode that the most people like to play, where they just do a shield race or just want to train some more Zelda, I guess. So it's gonna be interesting to see who's come up ahead. They have already played one game this week, where the Blue Balls won by a couple of minutes yesterday. So it's gonna be interesting to see who comes up ahead here and gonna be leading the tournament for leading the group for the next week.
Yeah, I mean, this is the decider for week 6, who will come ahead and who will. So, it definitely will be hype to watch.
Yeah, and interesting to see that we have our both runners uh, choosing to use different starts. One at Sank and the other one at doing the ankle start.
Yeah, at least we get 2 map checks, and looks like everything is in crystals in Light World. So that's gonna be an interesting factor.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice start to just go with a all crystal start here in the light world. And let's see if they have to do an Agassi today or not.
Ooh, that's like a French vanilla shield right there. Just missing the little sword piece from Uncle, and we're full vanilla there. But not today. We get 20 bucks there. So
Yeah, unfortunately. And we see Kade checking Lumbiac, so will it be Aga required?
ooh.
Ether, one of the most notorious things. I guess we can see a really late Agassi today.
Yeah, I mean that's something you might think of though. Like you see that ether there. If you go and find your Aga access and like have a moon pearl, do you just do Aga and oh, mirror in Lost Wolves, by the way.
Oh,
That's
really
gonna be
nice
high.
to find early mirror.
But yeah, like getting that early Aga access with Moon Pearl might like lead you more to go Aga. But considering all 3 crystals in Light World, medallions might just be a non-factor. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this seed is gonna turn up and play out. And Retro Redfield, like, did I actually see that ether? I need to check it again.
Yeah, Kaede, you did the same thing. I was a little bit shocked to see one of the medallions there.
Yeah. So for sure, interesting to see. So looking at it, we have a small advantage here for Retro Redfield, having those early rupees from Link's house as well. Able to buy bombs when it goes into Kakariko, so I'm gonna have a little bit
Yeah.
nicer time routing.
Yeah, the problem here for Kaede is they only have a 44, so he can't buy the bombs.
Well, he's going for the 50-50 bush. Can he get lucky?
Yeah!
Oh, gets lucky. Bailed
Finally.
out.
Yeah, that's a good little neat trick to know. Just to pick up just that push and you have a 50-50 drop on a bomb. And then you can get some more bombs in here.
Yeah, and the good part for him now is that he's looking good for money situation at like for bottle merchant as well. So if there's no money in CAC, this is interesting.
Yeah, because you get 30 in blindside and you get the 20 in the well.
Yeah, and he already had a blow hut open so he can just farm more bombs if he needs.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Retro has to buy, so he will get the initial 50 and another 5 there. So that puts him at 50, 86, I think. So if no more money, he needs to farm some extra rupees. So
Yeah.
let's see how this Kakariko draws out.
Well, very big possibility that it's gonna be a 20 in one of those checks we're gonna see now.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
10 checks.
yeah, there's 10 checks. Like, some of them have money, right? Question mark?
Yep, the first one.
Ooh, and the glove. Ooh, and big money.
Yeah, so money's not gonna be an issue now.
But yeah, it would be interesting to see if that 50-50 bush had been a little bit harsher. It would have punished Kaede potentially hard. But gets lucky with the 50-50s today. It's good knowledge to have those 50-50 knowledge around the map.
Yeah, and you can, of course, if it's not a bomb, you can always go into like the shop or something and come back. It's gonna take time, but maybe it's a nice way just to get those bombs. Whoa, myths
Oh.
already?
Hello. Moon Pearl away from Dark World, sub 5 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna see the Moon Pearl early here because it's gonna not be a required Aga in the early game, and pushing the runners late to do maybe Pendant Turtle Rock or something with that Ether Medallion, or was it Quake maybe? Quake
It
Medallion?
was Ether on level
Ether,
3.
yeah.
But yeah, nice thing here is we get a bottle for Sick Kid as well, so we're not leaving anything behind apart from the flute activation, and we don't have a flute yet, so can't do that. I mean, I would like to see the next progression being a flute and like Moon Pearl over in desert area or something, you know? Like early desert access is always fun.
Yeah. It's gonna make this seed wide open, and that can lead to a lot of different divergence in the game routing. Kaede not doing the blind check. Or
Yeah, I mean, just a heart piece, so
yeah.
who needs hearts, right? I guess we saw some low percent in spoiler a couple of weeks ago. Like they're used to this now, not having hearts, right?
Yeah, I think so. So it's not gonna be an issue for these runners. And we're gonna see a back of escape here from both runners.
Yeah, I like doing back of escape first, especially when you have the mirror, cause like if you find a small key here, you can initially just flippers, nice. Like you can, if you find small key here, you don't have to do dark cross immediately. You can wait till you do front of escape.
Mm-hmm.
And if you map haven't turned up, you know that dark cross is nothing. So that's nice knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. And both runners have actually done the same things, except for Retro going to Uncle. Well, they are. So Retro, I guess, is a little bit ahead here in the early game.
But how much do you like to curse a seed, though, Fox? What do we have in our inventory right here? We have the Ice Palace kit immediately if we find Fire Rock, you know? Like Hammer and
Alright.
Ice Palace.
Yeah,
Like
that's a big
everything we have
possibility.
gotten is Ice Palace items. Like
Mhm.
clearly, Ice Palace must look suitable this seed.
Yeah, that's a big possibility. I like Ice Palace, so. Are we getting a bee in a bottle?
A good bee in the bottle, you mean?
Yeah. And both skipping out on the Aga play here, or the Agin play, so just know not going to desert right now.
Yeah, and I like that this was a good bee for Kaede because that makes him able to do this mini Moldorm's cave.
Vitar with only 3 bombs.
Yeah, but good bee takes out at least 3 Moldorms, so.
And Retro not using the B. We have to be a bit careful. I have only 3 bombs left. Oh, there was nothing in here.
Yeah, 3 health and 1 no, 3 bombs and 1 heart. So ooh. He needs to release his B now.
Yeah. And use the last bomb. Oh, well, it was a lot of bombs up there. So, oh, taking a death there, but it's not too far to go back, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not great either. Now you have no bombs and you're gonna sink your money into buying bombs. So
yeah, let's
Sora
see.
is looking harder for him, and we know that we have access since flippers.
Yeah, and of course 2 clubs. Oh, and it seems like Scott is gonna farm some rupees there.
Yeah, I mean, you're what 34 rupees short. That's like 3 trips in, 4 trips in, I think. It's no big deal. Like, it's 2 trips even.
Yeah.
So that is 100% worth doing 2 trips in here, and or gamble that you'll get money. I mean, Hobo
Wow.
had 300, but you can't know that. So
Nah, it was a good knowledge as well there to get those extra rupees to get to the 500.
yeah,
Let's see
I
if
mean,
Retro is gonna go to Ice Road Cave now, or maybe just skip it for now.
yeah, I would not go back to Ice Road Cave if I were Retro. I would just go straight on flipper location here.
Yeah, and it seems like he's gonna do just that. With nothing in Ice Road Cave, he doesn't gonna lose so much time here.
Well, he might lose mental time though. Like thinking about that Ice Road Cave, he should have.
Yep.
Oh, Fire Rod! See,
Oh.
I'm telling you, Ice Palace, Ice Palace is.
I know you said that.
Ice Palace is a gold mine. Either it's Ice Palace gold mine or Ice Palace super bait.
It's not too fun to go in there, but like you said, it's kind of big possibility that Hammer is gonna be there.
Or something. Like every item we have picked up so far, apart from Mirror, is for Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm. Ten arrows. That was kind of expensive arrows.
Yeah, especially when you have 30 arrows in your pockets already. Like, yay.
And Kaede is going back here. Is there something on the ledge? Oh, 100 rupees, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't visit Mr. Hobo, so he had $0 left after that Sora 10 arrow scam. So.
Mm-hmm. And now Retro is going back to Mini Moldron with that fire rod, so it's gonna be a bit easier time here for him. And with that full magic.
Yeah, shooting sideways is not great shooting at Moldorms.
No, yeah.
But gets it done. Gets his resources of use.
Yeah, bombs, and bombs.
It's like, oh, I heard you went out of bombs here. Let me give you all the bombs in Moldorm's cave chests, you know?
Yeah, just to rub it in a bit. There you go. And it's going actually to Ice Road Cave now.
Yeah, I mean, now it's fine because he just went back to the Mini Moldorm's cave. But he got hecked by that bird and crabs.
Yeah.
So this is a dangerous trip right now.
Yeah. And I'm guessing if he dies here, I was just saying, I guess he's not gonna go back for that. Maybe do some other checks.
Yeah, That Octorok just blocking his path.
He's going for front of escape instead.
Yeah, I mean, Front of Escape and Dark Cross is in logic. I wouldn't prefer do this check since I know that there's something on Aga.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
that is just my preference, though.
Yeah, and we still need a sword as well if we want to go to Aga.
Yeah, I mean, you need 2 swords if that's the case, but
Well, true.
I would much rather like go to Saha's closet, get those 3 early items out of there. That's nothing I'm entitled to dip into Eastern. Like,
We have the possibility to go up to
Aki-
Hera, but we can't kill Moldorm there.
yeah, and also Mountain is out of logic though, like, for now.
Well, some people like to do offloading stuff. Want to agree, Nobly?
It can be good, but when it's for 2 checks.
Mm-hmm.
Trying some fancy bomb strats here. Yeah, I mean, if I had the option to kill Moldor, no matter what, I went up there.
Mhm.
But as long as I cannot kill Moldor, I wouldn't sequence break up the mountain.
That's probably a good thing.
You know Hera is a crystal. If you have hookshot or not, you will do it anyway, so...
Yeah.
But with no weapon, it's like, mountain doesn't seem appealing.
Yeah, that's true.
But talking about sequence break, Ice Palace is a sequence break right now.
Yeah, it is.
But hey,
Ooh.
Moon Pearl.
We have access to the
Well-
Dark Well now.
Well, look at that. Now Ice Palace isn't a sequence break anymore.
Yeah, it isn't. That's true. Wonder if any one of these runners gonna go in early. But it's not too fun to go there without the hammer. Even though it could possibly be that it's there.
Yeah, he's missing the key, so the key is in Dark Cross. And we know that by fact of the first chest not having the key.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he just realized there. We see both people are going here through the dark portal that you go through up in CAC when you have the mitts.
Yeah, interesting to see the map layout here. Pen Ice Palace. Pen Ice Palace gonna have something, guys.
Oh my god, and pendant, of course, Meyer and Turtle Rock. What a trolley seed. it's gonna be like a require.
Let's go Pen Ice Palace. Pen Ice Palace is a thing. It has to be.
Yeah, I think so too. I think this one is gonna do a lot of pendant dungeons this seed.
I mean, not too much pendants, but there's like one place that you want to visit this season, that's Pen Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like this Skullwood snip though. Not one bit.
Yeah, without that sword, we can't finish it. So it's not the funnest check to do. But a lot of runners like to see it at overworld checks. And both runners are doing the same thing. So have you seen any items yet in here?
I haven't. When I see runners going into Skullwoods with fire rod in hand, I tend to close my eyes and pray for them to finish it so we can look on good stuff.
Well, I had in one seed when it was just like this, the first and only sword obtainable wasn't that first check in the back.
Oh, believe me, I played a SMC 3 seed where 3 hours into the game, I was forced to go into Skullwoods without a sword.
Oh wow.
And the first sword I found was under the bridge near Mothula in Pendant Skullwoods.
Oh, that's amazing. And we see that Kaede picked up that half magic in the big chest, so that's one item from Skullwoods.
Yeah, it's a great item to go to Mothula with, if only we had a sword, which probably sits in Village of Outcast, right?
Yeah. It wouldn't be the most stupid thing to check that first.
Yeah, I mean, you can't complete either one, Thieves Town or Skullwoods, so it doesn't matter which one you can.
Well, they get a lot of checks in Village of Outcast.
Yeah. You also have the possibility to just, you know what, I can, if I find a sourceable weapon like a sword or blue cane, red cane, or hammer, I could beat Thieves Town, potentially I get the sword, I could beat Skullwoods. I'm just gonna do my little Darkwold loop here, pick up the Smith and force myself back to Outcast, you know, and then all of a sudden you have a weapon and boom,
Yeah.
2 crystals beatable, easy.
And Kali is gonna show us the bumper cave here. Do we need the cape? No.
I mean,
Not for that to check.
we don't need the cape potentially for Bumper Cave, but we might still need it for Spike Cave.
Yeah.
I mean, we already have 2 bottles. If we find a bug now, we can already do Spike Cave if we want to sequence break it while up the mountain.
Yeah, it takes like 14 hearts, right?
With fairies, you can do it with 6 hearts and...
Oh, really? Because of the invisibility after you heal up?
Yeah. You get
Okay.
tons of seconds to move around if you have clean movement. It's pretty nice to do Spike Cave. Yeah.
And it feels a little bit like both these runners talked about the seed before and just going the same way. They're doing the same stuff for.
I mean, I've heard that great minds think alike, you know? Like, we're runners, we think similar thoughts, you know? Like, it's a mental bond that we have, like a runner, like... Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where we go from Graveyard Lich.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, if I were to do Graveyard Ledge, I would bail over to Catfish. Otherwise, I wouldn't touch Graveyard Ledge without boots here.
Yeah. That's not too bad of an idea. Oh,
Say,
that's a sword.
look! The Village of Outcast has a sword!
Yeah, so the play was actually to go to Village of Outcast first and then Skullwoods.
Who would have thought?
And now we can clear 2 dungeons here.
Yeah. Do you want to do Thieves Town or do you want to wait for the hammer? I, for one, do not want to do Thieves Town here.
Yeah, looks like Kaede is going in.
But is this front for... I don't think he did the brewery check.
No, and Retro is skipping both chess game and brewery check. And talk about cape.
Yeah, good thing that Kaede checked it. But yeah, I think this is front 4 into bailing.
Yeah, big possibility for it, at least for one of the runners. And seeing that small key in the here in the early bits of the dungeons, it's quite possible that one of the items gonna be in the big chest.
Yeah, I mean, the heart and the dungeon in itself is no big deal, but you know, like there's always that potential 17 other checks in the game that could have the hammer easily available, and then all of a sudden you isolate the big chest in Thieves Town, and
Mm-hmm.
1 hour later you come back, and then hey, that's my item.
Yeah. By the looks about it, both runners is going for blind.
Well, I mean, they are synchronized, so makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool to see in 24 minutes and they are synced up with the same amount of items. The only big thing that Retro hasn't checked that I guess is in his mind is that Ice Road Cape. But Kaede didn't check Popo, I think so.
Kaede went and checked Hobo.
Okay.
He did it after the save and quit. Swim out from the house.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, Retro taking the lead in Thieves Town.
Yeah, a little bit better movement here.
Better enemy movement. And not the keep on and offs, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a bit of an RNG as well. Will we see item number 3 up here?
Nah, we want the item in the big chest, you know. That's
Ooh, $20.
I want the item in the big chest because that's solidifying myself of never doing Thieves Down without the hammer, you know.
Yeah, sometimes that's the right move, just to skip out on Thieves Town for a while.
Yeah, well, speaking of, we had a seed the other day. Me and your teammates did some games, and he was gaming Thieves Down without the hammer, and I did not. Ended up me losing, what, 40 minutes? So
Oh, really?
I still stand by my choice, though, to not go in here with a hammer, but
Yeah, I choose not to do that sometimes as well, so it's not a weird things to do. So, yeah, if it's gonna be something there or not. Ooh, we have to be a bit careful here.
yeah, I'm more worried that he didn't kill the red guy.
Yeah, I can get us a shot. A bit of a snipe. Oh, there's the 4th item. So this time it didn't matter if you had the hammer or not.
Oh, this is so scary. At least he has K for blind.
Oh yeah.
Cape half magic should make this fight. Just please use your cape. Please do not tempt fate. Oh god, I'm so scared.
Well, yeah, smart to do the first 2 heads and then just use the cape.
Yeah, he was close to getting a head hit there.
Yeah, that were first the crystals on both sides, and they are taking out the same boss. Let's see if any one of them are attempting to go back to Skullwoods directly, or...
I mean, you found 1 item in Skullwoods. I would not go back with Fighter Sword.
Well, with that half magic, it's not too bad of a fight.
It's not too bad of a fight, but it doesn't benefit you too much if you can get extra equipment.
Well, nothing in Village of Outcast. Let's see if anyone of them is thinking about doing the Smith chain.
I mean, you're doing South Shore anyway, like South checks. it doesn't make any sense to just skip it because you don't have boots anyway, and even if you have boots, you can still run around with purple chests. So
Yeah.
but we know a certain thing about people not liking Smith Chain because they don't like to do it. So yeah.
And did you see that one dig?
Yeah, one dig, and the digging game says, out of my field. And Kaede is picking up that Smith.
And it's fun to see that both the discussion about the hammer in chat is it gonna be on Moth or perhaps first check after the small key in Swamp?
I mean, haven't we already spoken about this 10 minutes ago? Like, Hammer is in Ice Palace.
Yeah, some of the three most, in this case now, not funny places where it could be.
To be fair, the worst possible hammer here is in Misery Mire.
Well, yeah, if it's gonna be behind Aga as well.
Yeah, and of course it at that point has to be behind the flute from Ice Palace, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, let's see where the seed takes us. They are following each other's footsteps still, so...
I mean, Hammer tends to show up in its vanilla location in pod, you know? So
yeah,
we have access to pod as well, but we just don't have the bow yet. Oh, that's an insult to the wound.
Well, yeah, finding powder here could mean that we have to do magic path. That's also a kind of a mean spot where the hammer could hide out.
Yeah, I mean, according to Gamma, this spot is a Juloninia play. Go to Magic Bat and get your hammers. It's a typical what he calls a clown potentially move.
Yeah, big spot.
Well, all the fetch quests for fetch quests.
And Retro has a little bit trouble here about this portal getting mirror bonked 2 times now.
Yeah, it happens when you put it on top of flowers.
Yeah, but it gets it 3rd time's the charm.
Well, hey, speaking of fetch quests, we haven't seen that book yet, though.
Oh yeah.
It could be required for desert access today, so it might not be the... Whoa! Hello!
There's Quake.
Quack-a-doodle-doo!
That could be something. And Kaede is going to Hype K now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. And if you don't find... Here's the thing. If you don't find anything in Hype Cave, do you do Swamp Palace?
Yeah, it's a long way back to check that. And when you're here, you should probably check it. Because you have to go through the portal in the north of Kakariko. It's gonna be a long way back.
I mean, I would save my... Hey, speaking of book! Now we go and do Bombo's tablet check, I guess.
Oh, well, let's see. Retro is checking Swamp first.
Well, we do not check Bombos.
Yeah, well, Kaede, is he going to ice or pod?
This seems like a pod play.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my mind, pod doesn't make too much sense apart from you have it on Saha's closet.
Yeah, you don't have bow or hammer, so it's not too fun to go in there.
Yeah, I would much rather check.
Yeah, pyramid and catfish first.
I would much rather check that Bombo's tablet that is super far away from
Yeah,
everything now. Like
we
if
don't
that,
have the sword yet for it, though.
well, you can check the item and then you can do Agina. Like you
Mhm.
have the best
Yeah,
bailout
yeah.
for Agina there.
Ooh, hook shot!
Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow!
Could the hammer be on the right side of the mountain now?
No, hookshot is for Ice Palace, man. There's a whole hookshot side in Ice Palace. Every item
Well,
here is
yeah,
for
yeah,
Ice
yeah,
Palace.
yeah, yeah. Could be that too, yeah.
But wow, that's a hookshot. Damn.
Yeah. To find something there, we don't have the hammer. That's a big, big find.
Yeah. That gives us the whole paradox loop, the whole Dark Death Mountain, and
Yeah.
at the same time it gives you the thing.
Well, we can go into Hera as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of options here.
But Retro is actually not going up the mountain just yet.
This is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's want to get these checks out of the way as well. Going up to Catfish.
This is, in my head, Retro doing these checks makes no sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
You just pulled, what, 16 items in logic on Mountain.
Well, there's the second sword.
Well, we spoke about not having swords for the Bombos tablet. Now we do, but we don't have the intel to check it. So this could be good for Kayla. That, oh, I can go and get that item now, and that one check in Swamp Palace. You know, it's
Yeah.
more appealing to come back for him. But yeah,
This is gonna be a desert play, I think.
it seems like it. Agina into desert, I hope. Because you don't want to leave your boots in Agina's cave and go into desert and it's boots locked, you know?
Well, that's true. But it seems like Kaede is gonna skip that for now and make it play after desert. Nothing on desert ledge.
But yeah, like after desert, what does Keda actually stand left with? Pod Eastern.
On ice, of course.
Yeah, well, we have spoken about ice 10 minutes into the seed. I'm tired of ice palace. We won't see it for a while, so.
Oh. Ooh, and it's boots lock desert.
I think that is going to be a key steal because
Yeah,
makes
it
no
has to.
sense. Makes no sense to go and check that torch anyway.
Well, sometimes it's just nice to get that extra knowledge if you're just stressed out about not finding your items. So it's not too bad to just go and check it. And yeah, right, it's not the thing I want. And where is Retro going now? Oh, Kali is gonna steal a key.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if he finds like something useful behind these boots, it can be huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
The worst he can find here, boots locked, is a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Because if boots are in Ice Palace, what time does he want to go to Ice Palace with that hammer?
Oh yeah.
So, but it can be like, okay, these items are locked behind boots, so I won't find boots here. So if he finds a red cane, that means Boots can never be in Turtle Rock, for example. So this is a knowledge play. So,
Yeah, not too bad of a play actually.
but it could always just be the map and compass sitting here. So,
Well, that was just a piece of heart. And a big heart, so that's both of the items in desert at least. Don't have to go back for the items, just for that big key and small key, of course.
yeah, I mean, Lamp can be easily accessible in Saha's Closet, Agina's cave.
Yeah,
We're about to see.
it's gonna probably be that or the flute.
It can be Palace of Darkness,
Eastern Palace.
Mothula, Ice Palace.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that would be the biggest bait, though. Ice Palace Lamp for Mount Logic. So,
yeah.
but it sure seems like Ice Palace does have items this seed. If it's the lamp or a progressive item. Oh, look at that! There's the lamp. So
then we know that the flute is gonna be the access to the mountain.
yeah, and that means that flute is in one of those checks that we mentioned, like in Ice Palace.
Well, good thing that Retro got that master, so he can do the ether tablet now.
So remember how we spoke about where the worst hammer location was in Meyer? You know, we know that the flute is out in the open now. So
well, it is, yeah. That opens up a lot of the seed. Yeah, Kaede is going for that moth kill. It's gonna be interesting to see what we find there in the back.
yeah, and as we talked about earlier, like he has now gotten a upgraded sword, so he is gonna have a nicer fight if he runs out of magic. So
yeah, absolutely. We see
I mean,
a hero up there.
we get a pedestal check.
Oh wow, interesting.
What can we have on pedestal though? Boots, bow, and armor.
Armor. Not gonna get that. No items yet in Hera, right? Oh, an item in the basement.
Yeah, I mean, do you think we'll see a basement?
Well, yeah, I think both of these runners are kind of thorough about the checks and don't want to miss out on items. So I think Retro is gonna check that.
Slashing. I guess that means he took a poke damage.
Okay, that's correct.
Yeah. That's good knowledge from Retro realizing, oh, I poked him, I need to slash him one more.
Well, that's just some bombs on a Mothula. Nice kill there. 10 arrows, so nothing.
So, basically, not the flute.
Yeah, not the flute. We're gonna see a basement check here from Retro as well.
So yeah, everyone in chat, if you haven't done it already, go brew some coffee, and enjoy this small coffee break from Retro Redfield. He's supportive about you guys having something in your glasses to drink and enjoy the scene.
Yeah, so nice of him. And where are Kaede going right now? Oh, right, have to go around to get into the Dark World from with the mix.
Yeah, I mean, currently this is the only accessible Dark World
Mhm.
portal, so
Yeah.
this is either a trip down to Bombo's Tablet and Swamp Palace, which I highly doubt that it will be. So I think this is the swim to Palace of Darkness. And hey, look at that, we get some blue armor.
Yeah, that's the second
well-
one we know about then.
Yeah, and Kaede is making a liar out of me and going down to Bombo Tablet. And no magic bat, actually. Oh, wow.
Yeah, could be a big play.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting play for sure. It can be the flu.
Yeah. Well, let's see. And a heart, unfortunately.
Yeah. But where is Kaede gonna go now, though?
Yeah, Ice
Into
Palace, perhaps.
Ice Palace?
Could be that now. Yeah.
No, this is Saha play.
Oh, Southern Eastern.
Yeah, I particularly don't like this because you can combine it with Palace of Darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little longer walk, but you're at this point isolating Palace of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And Paradox, though, so far 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Can the next one be 20 bucks as well and we get slots win?
Well, that was nothing.
Yeah, I mean, safeties. Another bottle is always. Oh,
Oh,
almost. More Ice Palace!
almost.
We got Ice Palace for days.
Yeah. We're gonna see an Eastern play.
I mean, Ice Palace, knowing it's a pen is not the worst dip, but it's not the best either.
No.
Like, you know, Pedestal is dead, so if you pull out 2-3 items from Ice Palace without the hammer, it's gonna be good. You know, like, if it's something. Even if it's not the hammer, and like if it's something like a bow or something, you know, it's still good.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, bow would be a fantastic thing to find here for Kaede. You normally don't want to go into Eastern more than once. Okay, let's see what is it gonna be on. Well, I'm really excited to see what's gonna be in Turtle Rock here.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't have any access to Turtle Rock, but we can at least see if that ether on Lumberjack is peeling or not.
Oh, it's bombos.
Bombos.
Well, bombos is accessible at least.
Well, yeah, all medallions are accessible at this point, but well, we don't have access to. Oh, and there's the blue cane.
Yeah, we don't have access to that ether yet. Without boots. Ice road.
Oh wow. That Turtle Rock is a green pen as well.
Yeah, it's always easy to find the ice rod when Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Yeah, I mean, that's because when it's a grizzly, it's hiding in Turtle Rock, so we get some slow walking spiral cave. Many people don't like this spiral cave either without boots, so.
Yeah. Oh, let's take all items all of Eastern. It was nothing.
Yeah, and Mountain has also came up with what, Ice Road for Pen TR?
Yeah, and didn't we get Was it something more Blue Cane? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Blue Cane is a thing, but
So next big play, could that be Ice Palace then?
yeah, I mean,
Retro is going also for that desert play.
so looking at what we have Ice Palace, Palace of Darkness. I can't remember if we saw. No, we didn't see Bombo's tablets from either runner.
Yeah, they skipped on that. They didn't have the second sword, so I guess they weren't too into going there.
Yeah, and this is the play we talked about 10 minutes into the game. Ice Palace, Pendant Ice Palace. Let's go hammer.
First check. $50.
Oh, that's 50 bucks. 50 spänn.
50 spänn. Oh.
Amazingly.
Yeah, a really nice quote from Palmentot. And Retro finding out that the big key is locking this dungeon. So if you don't have the boots, you can't finish it off.
Yeah, I mean, that is good. He probably doesn't steal the key and just goes again, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is fair. It takes some time to go to the back, steal the key, but you know, might give you intel, but it might also just take your time.
Yeah, and still a bad thing for Retro is still need to maybe go back to that Ice Road Cave. Yeah, it could be hooked locked chest in the Ice Palace. I guess this runner could do the bomb jump, perhaps?
Which bomb jump?
Well, the one where you have to go through the hookshot.
Oh yeah, the hookshot side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do the bomb jump the other day. I knew how to do it before,
Mm-hmm.
but I ended up having to hover it because I've forgotten how to do the bomb jump. Luckily, I had the boots, but it was no fun times.
No, yeah. And I see Retro going back to, I guess, Skullwoods.
Yeah, this is most likely gonna be Skullwood's Moth Kill into Pod from Retro, I think.
Maybe checking that Bombo's tablet on the way.
That is in the opposite way though, so I don't think so, maybe.
Well, yeah, depending on the routing style. Okay, Ice Tea Room, of course, really hated place where the hammer could be. No.
Well, there is
Wow.
the one hookshot chest that he just skipped and realized that he is going back for. Well, to be fair, if he doesn't know the bomb jump, that was a big play because now he has the key.
True.
Yeah, we're seeing this gonna be a moth kill from Retro Redfield here, so interesting to see where he takes his item after this.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not here in Ice Palace, that means that Pod or Bombo's tablet is the play.
Well, we will soon get the knowledge. And I'm guessing it's gonna be perhaps the flute. Because, yeah, or maybe it don't have to be, but
It can easily be the hammer.
yeah.
And then, because hammer unlocks Swamp Palace
Hmm.
and hammer pegs.
Yeah.
Nice use of quick swapping there for getting the cape out from Kaede. Quick swap has made a lot of simpler things. And please use Quake instead of Bombos.
Yeah, it's a bit faster.
Yeah.
But it's a cool effect with the bombos. Yeah, and that's the third crystal for retro there. Okay, let's see if it's gonna be something here. Ooh, just a small key. Can't do anything up here because we don't have the hammer. So Ice Palace is not to play.
Well, it might be the play if you have the hammer.
Well, yeah, that is true. But not the correct
Ca-
play for now.
Cause we only saw one item in Ice Palace.
Hmm.
So there is potentially 2 more items in Ice Palace.
Yeah. Pod could perhaps have the progression we need. I mean, it don't have to be bow lock, and if it's not, it's a big possibility that we're gonna find some good items there.
Well, I'm still upset that no one checked Bumbo's tablet. The knowledge is the key to game, right?
Well,
You were
perhaps retro is going there.
You were one screen away from this Bumbo's tablet. Sword or not, you would have known.
Well, yeah.
It's gonna be
Retro
sad
is.
if Bo is sitting on Bumbo's tablet and
Hmm. I
all
think
the
with the
war.
knowledge really mean that Bombo's tablet could be the answer because you had to have that second sword out of Catfish.
Yeah, that's also true. Then, like this CD has been playing mean to the runners.
Hmm. Yeah, well, that hook shot was a bit mean, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that hookshot would lead to the hammer, but it doesn't look like it because at this point, Kaede might find the hammer before hookshot, which can be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where it could be.
Because when do we want to go Ice Palace without a hookshot, you know?
Yeah, and we see Retro is going into pod here.
Yeah, probably gonna stop by Saha's closet on his way and get his bombos out of the way. And then
Yeah.
probably...
Bombos could be both good or bad in this situation if Turtle Rock is gonna have something or just have nothing there and just gonna lure the runner into him. Still need the cane though.
Yeah. And I think that Retro Redfield has a red goo at least in his bottle. So he can do the potion glitch on the right side.
Mm-hmm. And no boots yet. But we know that we need the boots to go into Ganon's tower because that's a bit spook locked. So if it's gonna be bone locked here in pod, that could mean that Bombo's tablet is the right play.
Well, there's a small key so we can advance. So let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's always at least 4 small keys here in the front, so maybe not too much excitement here in the beginning. Yeah, another small key.
Yeah. I mean, that's pod, you know, keys in the front, business in the back.
Yeah. What a nice bomb jump there from Kaede. Getting the information that it's item in the basement.
And there's the flute.
Wow. So Meyer.
That is 1 key, so that means we have access to 3 more chests.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're gonna see a bottle glitch here. Or perhaps a mimic clipping.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope that he takes some damage if he's gonna use a potion. Or use magic.
Okay, they're getting the third crystal there as well. Nice bottle glitch.
So yeah, let's see how many keys are on both sides.
Red cane.
That's not a bow, but it's a red key.
Well,
That's 1 key.
might be not.
Yeah, I
needed.
mean, that means that Harmless Hellway, I think, and the Dark Maze is bow locked.
Oh, okay.
Because it requires all 6 keys.
Yeah, I understand.
Unless it's just different for non-key sanities. But I don't think so.
And that red cane could be the answer here, but it can also be something that we don't need this seed. Because we have all pendants in Ice Mire and Turtle Rock.
But most likely just bow gonna be in the back here, right?
That would be a nice find. Bow and hammer.
Wow. That's a little bit too much of an excitement for me.
Yeah. And kind of picking up that blue mail. That's a smoky as well, so we have something here.
Yeah, something is in Harmless Hellway.
Okay.
Well, here,
That's not a bow.
you're missing a bow. Here, have some arrows. Or in this case, a arrow.
A arrow. A bow could be in Mire, yes. But I want to see that ether hiding out to be accessible for Meyer.
Yeah, Flute opens up my area and mountain. Apart from that, not much, so...
Well, I guess our progression is gonna be there in the Meyer area. And
logically, it was bow locked. Apart from 3 chests. Unless it's different for...
Yeah, key logic info this could be a bit hard to get a grip on. But we are gonna see the bombos play here for Kaede, so that could be something huge. If this is gonna be the hammer, that will really cost Retro some time here. I'm guessing it's gonna take a while before
Red
it goes
cane
back
and
there.
key.
Yeah, on the right side you have the red cane and key, yeah. Okay, almost tablet.
It will not cost him too much though, but Yeah.
Ooh, it's just a shield. So the answer was to get that flute out of Paul.
Seems like it. And good for Retro to skip Eastern afterwards, though. Like, he doesn't know that that was a good skip.
Was Meyer bombos?
Meyer is bombos.
Oh, that means that Aga is not gonna be our play today.
Curse the Tower of Aga. Thank God we don't have to see it.
Ooh, and there's the hammer. Meyer shot.
There's the hammer.
So now we can finish off Swamp Palace. We can finish off Pod. No, it's not Pod. I mean, yeah, we can only do that, except for perhaps some pendant dungeons. Still need boots and bow for go mode here. And Kaede is gonna get the hook shot now. Guessing he's gonna go up to the mountain after this. And we see that Retro is going into to Meyer.
And yeah, we're missing a bow and boots at this point, so interesting to take the hammer and go into Meyer though. Like, you have this whole Swamp Palace, Red Crystal open. But who knows?
Yeah.
It might just be in Mr.
It could be something, but this is an aggressive play. Kaede is actually going to Pod now, getting that flute. Perhaps also the red cane, and in that case, when he goes up to the mountain, it could be that he goes into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we have full clear.
Not without the hammer, I guess. So.
Yeah, we have a full clearable Turtle Rock at this point. We've been. Could be vanilla boots.
Could be. Yeah, and if Retro has had to go back here to kill Vitty, it can be a bit of a long fight without the bow and only on Master Sword.
Yeah, but do we see the boss in Meyer though? I didn't pay attention, but to what was on the bridge chest?
Small key.
So that's 2 small keys at the moment. So if you find a third, that means that we just can have an item or dungeon item, depending on where the big key is and stuff. So.
Yeah, Red Rap. A lot of keys now.
Yeah, a lot of keys for a dungeon that doesn't need too many keys. And there's the map. So if big key is in this shooter chest, that means that there's a small key in big chest or on Vitreous himself. If there's a small key in this compass chest, that means that the big key is vanilla. And it's vanilla. So the big key is down. The big key is down. Go down. No.
Well, yet another dungeon that could be a bit problematic to know where all how the key logic is set out.
Yeah, I mean, my key logic is not the worst.
And there's one item.
Yeah, he decides to leave. I don't fault him for that. We have a Swamp Palace to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that could be the play here.
And he also might think that, you know what, getting that big key and like all of a sudden you have to do Witterius. My red cane is not in logic, so
By the looks of it, Retro is gonna check Bombo's tablet before going into Swamp Palace.
yeah, I mean, you haven't checked it, so it's good to just knock it out. If this is the boot, you can speed up things. Plus, afterwards, after his Swamp Palace, he also wants to do Pyramid Fairy instead of going to
Oh
Bombo's
yeah,
tablet.
that's true. That's the second red crystal.
We are in bow and boots mode at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, we need the boots for desert.
Yeah, fortunately we don't have to have those 2% odds that the big key is on the torch and we don't have boots, you know, as well, so... I mean, it still can be that you needed the hammer for Ice Palace. We still haven't seen Hamlocked Ice Palace yet, so...
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see whether Retro dips Ice Palace as well, so...
Well, I'm guessing it's gonna do Swamp now, of course. Pyramid Fairy into Pod. No, skipping Pod, of course, we still need a bow, but perhaps the bow is gonna be in Pyramid.
Yeah, I mean... We have, what, 6 items here in Swamp Palace accessible? And we're missing 2, so... Do you do left side swamp or...
Well, there is 2 items, so... Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
toughie.
I mean, you've already dipped once. Unnecessary Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
I would just do left side swamp no matter what. Like, it's faster to do it before back off swamp than after, so...
Yeah.
I think he'll do left side swamp. I have belief.
Yeah, I think so too. Gunners are kind of thorough in their play, like I said before, so I guess they don't skip that much. But they are playing for a really important game here. The winner at this game is gonna head up to the lead in this division of Hera, up to 30 points. And left side, here we come.
Retro was baiting there about going to the back. I thought he was
Yeah.
going to the back there. And then all of a sudden the blind left side hookshot, you know? Like, pew! Just joking, you guys. I'm doing left side swamp.
Yeah, and Kaede is gonna get that hammer before going up to the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, interesting to see if he goes straight to Swamp Palace before even going to the mountain at this point. Or
Yeah, that's a big possibility.
or if he also just dives Meyer as well and checks more.
Well, let's see. Hammer.
I think the reasonable thing here is for Kaede to abandon Meyer, go Swamp, then Mountain.
Yeah. That's not
'Cause
too bad.
yeah, because he hasn't touched like Paradox or Dark Death Mountain, so he has many checks up there. But for all means, just you have this crystal, just do that before Mountain, please.
Oh wow, it was 2 items on left side, but nothing important.
I mean, it's the typical the skippers of swamp just get bailed out every seed. It's no big deal.
And that's actually 3 items here, so we have 3 left. Don't have the big key yet, so it could be that something is gonna be in there.
Yeah, it can happen to find the big key in the back.
And it feels like they are kind of on the same spot here.
Yeah, the only difference is that Kaede has done, like, checked around east. Oh, tempered sword. Kaede has done Eastern, while Retro has done all of mountains.
Yeah.
We
And
have
of
had
course. Yeah.
we've had swamp since. Oh, there's the goal. Great.
So now it's gonna be a part Eastern play from Retro after this. Perhaps checking Pyramid.
Yeah, I mean, Pyramid into Pod Eastern.
Mhm.
It's pretty
That's pretty nice.
sensible.
Yeah.
So where's the boots? That's the big question.
Second item in mind.
Ice Palace, Hammerlocked,
I'm
Turtle Rock,
Turtle Rock.
any takers?
Or-
Hammer Pegs?
Could it only be that it's gonna be in Pyramid Fairy?
Could. And all of a sudden, they are pretty even.
Yeah, it could be that it's not gonna be required for Kaede to do anything up on the mountain. Ooh, a nice quick kill there from Retro. Taking down Argus. Getting the big key, but I think we don't have any items left.
Yeah, it's the compass, I think, in Big Chest. But will they remember? Wow.
Yeah, let's see. We took out the mirror, so I'm guessing this is gonna be fluting to get to the 5 check, maybe? No?
Kaede also doing left side swan first. That's
Yeah, we can't be mad at these runners just not being too... They're really thorough and taking all the checks they can on their way when they do this play. That could be hurtful because you will still have a lot of time, but because of the both runners are doing it, so it's not too bad.
But looking at the runners, how calmly do you think that Retro Redfield is about an Ice Palace deaths? And Minimal
Ice
death.
Run.
Yeah, Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, that was of course a kind of stressful early game. But finding that hook shot, I think he made a bit more happy, but that gave nothing up in the mountain, so...
Yeah, I think we've seen all items in the Eastern Palace.
Yeah, because the last item was in the big chest and we didn't go around. And there's the boots.
Wow.
That's go mode.
That is go mode and time to execute. That puts Kaede short time behind. He has half a swamp left, but he will make up time by having Eastern Big Key and not checking anything. But I think the big was early.
Yeah, it was it's some of the first 3 checks. So this is gonna come down to execution from now.
Yeah, I mean, we still have to see Pyramid Fairy from Kaede though. Like,
yeah, it could
it'd
be
be
that.
shocking if they don't do it right after Swamp Palace, because this is the time to check it.
Mm-hmm. But it's also when you get that bow, you get a bit baited to do that double pod into Eastern.
Well, you
So
already cleared out most of pod, and you know Eastern doesn't have any items, so.
well, yeah. Still, it's just I think some runners can easily just think about doing that.
I mean, it was more bait for Retro since he didn't have touched Eastern at all, but
Mm-hmm.
he still
well,
did it,
yeah.
so
Mhm.
I assume that they will do it.
Well, we have to wait and see what Kaede does after this. Oh, a nice item swap there.
No, boots are in Pyramid Ferry, bow was in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ice Palace was just a huge bait.
Yeah, I found nothing in there.
Yeah, and it's interesting that the seed just gives you all 4 items before Moon Pearl for Ice Palace, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Nice kill there from Kaede. So let's see where it goes from here.
And if he goes to Pyramid, we have to time what time Retro picks up this crystalline Palace of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we have a huge race going on.
Ooh, and it's gonna be a pyramid play. Interesting. Are we gonna see the silver arrows?
If we see them, it's a minor time save, but I think these runners can handle it without our silver arrows.
Yeah, I think so too.
And 120.51, Retro gets his Palace of Darkness crystal.
Did you say 120.51? Yeah. Okay, you said that in the chat as well. Nice.
Yeah, we gotta keep track, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How many minutes, how many seconds does Kaede needs to catch up?
Here's the boats.
And that's go mode for Kaede at 121.40. So he's gonna be running around, collecting his crystals. And he also has the desert big key as well. No, he has the desert right side checked. So.
Yeah, I have to get
He
that small
actually
key.
has to go to the big chest,
Yeah.
which Retro doesn't, so that's a time save for Retro. I'm not sure if that's a shield advantage or lag disadvantage though.
Yeah.
Good thing there, Retro skipping chests, so he is running as fast as he can.
Yeah, by the looks of it, could be about 3-4 minutes behind here. Wonder if we're gonna find an early big key or not in GT. That could also be something interesting.
Yeah, I mean, quick kill armors. There's small time saves that both runners can gain and lose. So this is full on race right now.
Yeah, and if you don't already have it, guys, make sure to follow these runners that are putting up a really interesting game. And I'm guessing at least one of this team could make it to the next round. Perhaps both teams. Not my or another team is gonna get a hold of that.
Yeah, it's getting edged into the last few weeks, so this is time to gain for your teams right now and try to secure your positions.
Yeah.
Nice use of the cape there on the turtles for Kaede.
So this is.
But yeah, that was 123 something pickup for Eastern Crystal.
The crystal is gonna get about. I think it's 4 minutes almost.
About 4 minutes after he gets the other pod. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll time on Desert Crystal to see if they have gained or lost more time.
Yeah. But both runners are playing really good right now. So I guess it could be that the G2 button is gonna be the most interesting part here.
Yeah, I mean, some like to go left, some like to go right, and some like to go in between and go a little bit of both.
Left, right, left.
Yeah, I think there was a song about that, right?
Yeah, could be.
I think it was Captain Jack. Left, right, left.
Yeah.
Oh, Retro trying to do a key dash, getting hecked by these BMOs. Oh, gonna take another landless cycle there. Oh.
Almost
I was
getting a
worried he
third
was.
one.
Yeah, I was worried that he was gonna get another one.
So Crystal pickup in 1:26:30. And if you want, guys, you can guess where the big key is gonna be.
So, where do you think it will be today, Fox?
I'm feeling that this seed has been a bit mean, so I'm guessing it's check number 2 in Hope Room.
I think this seed has been debatable, so I'm going with 16.
Yeah, not a bad guess.
Let's hope that Kaede remembers that, you know what, I stole the key to deserts. So I need to pick up that from Big Chest.
Oh yeah, I can easily forget that.
And then all of a sudden we have a oopsie.
I don't have the time for that, so hopefully not. Yeah, Mike, it's not gonna be chest number 69, I think.
If you turn it around and put it at 96, we might have it. Oh no!
Kaede mirrors.
No! Ah! The small key! The small key! Oh, this is time losing.
Unfortunately, just now gonna realize. Oh no, no small key. Retro is going into GT here at 128.30.
Oh, that's really unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. $300 in the first chest and a small key in the second. Are we going to the right side? Yes, we are.
Yeah, I mean, this is right now, looking at it, this is Redfield's race to lose.
It definitely is, yeah.
Because if there wasn't a key there in Hope Room, he would force himself to the left, and if the other runner would have done like DM to Compass Room, and
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
key is in Compass, that could have gained them back, but now that is nullified, so...
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
Unless we see a GT big key gamble on Tile Room, but...
Yeah, we'll see, we'll see.
That is chest number 6, so... Coming up is number 7. Which is the GT Torch.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just a harpy, so you're saved for today, Bob.
Kaede also missing the one cycle there.
8, 9, it's just a small key. 10 is just a compass. And 12 it is.
We have PCMN 1331. Congrats. Good guess. And it's still about 4 minutes difference.
Yeah, that small key incident in Desert cost him. He was gaining, but then he lost because time again because that Desert small key.
Yeah, yeah.
But hey,
He's 11, not 12.
It's not set in stones yet what will happen with this race, you know.
Yeah, I think it's 11.
One fall to Moldorm, one fall to Ganon, and all of a sudden we're talking.
So...
Yeah, it's 11. What am I talking about?
So it's no one said 11, so it's still PCMN 3031 and also EB Karma 10.
Hey, we don't give closest to guess, we only get correct guesses. Hey?
Oh, really?
If you didn't guess it, you didn't win it.
Oh, when they got that rock there, kind of losing a bit more time that they don't have 4-2. We don't have any hearts on Retro. I have to be a bit careful here.
Down to 3 hearts, still a plenty long gauntlet to go. At least they have the powder and can do some powder stuff. Which will upset Armos Knight though, so...
Yeah.
The best thing that can happen now is Kaede going straight to DM room. For him, her, and potentially gain some time again. But if he goes Hope, then... yeah, it will be the same outcome. He will get close and start drinking. So...
Oh, going left first.
Left first, so... Alright, we'll have to do another retime after Landmo then. Oh, not a good fight for... This is gonna be at least a 3 cycle. Oh, even a 4 cycle. Ooh, nice spins there. Ooh,
Get
barely.
2 at least. That's the third. Yeah, I lost some time there, but he's still a bit better.
So yeah, 133.40. He goes through the door after Lambo. So yeah, nice visceral rooms from Retro. Having a red cane that they got earlier, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And heck, the red cane wasn't even required. So
Yeah, it wasn't actually. So that you never had to go there.
heck that red cane. And yet again, Kaede making nice use of that cape on the cannonball bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Quick swapping makes these small things gain time, like execution. Having to menu to the cape is slow, you know, but with quick swap you can just be ahead of your time.
Yeah. Yeah, and gets Moldom there.
At least Trolldorm himself was nice, even though his little babies was mean to Retro today. Validating the chest for some bombs today, so exciting to blow up GT, you know, like at the end of the day.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a bit of a gun fight here.
Short hopping landmos for Kaede here. He gets hecked by a poke there as well. So it's about 2 minutes and
20.
21 seconds, 20 seconds apart. So Kaede has been gaining time through GT climb. So
Yeah, and of course the routing decision there, going to the left at the start.
yeah, Retro dropping down to this Ganon. 30 hearts, blue mail, you know.
Yeah, half magic, K. Shouldn't be much of a problem.
Kaede has to be a little bit careful here. Only 1.5 heart left. Wisely waiting out that torch to relight it, you know.
Yeah, was smart.
A nice positioning there from Ganon on Retro Red Field's side.
Yeah, I always liking up there in the corner.
And all of a sudden we're in phase 3, guys.
Okay, that's checking for silver arrows.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not feeling behind or feeling like you played bad,
Did you see that glitch?
yeah, that happens sometimes. And torch glitch. Ooh, that was close.
Just got it. Yeah, that's important. We don't have silvers.
Wonderful for Kaede! It's time loss he doesn't need right now. We see a blue Ganon. We have no silver, so can't shoot him.
Yeah,
Did you
for that
catch?
triple.
Did you catch where he said his silver was?
No, maybe someone in chat did.
Yeah, I was too busy watching Kaede working on Trolldorm, taking a fall. I think we're up to 3 spins on Retro Redfield's side. Oh, in his tower. So probably further left.
Yeah.
I think we're at 4 spins for Retro. Maybe 5.
I think that was at least 6.
It's hard to see because it's pixelated in this room.
Yeah, but this is gonna be a close race.
Yeah, I think one's finishing up Ganon and one's falling down to Ganon.
That wouldn't be 9 perhaps, or 10?
Oh,
Another silver. Yeah. And that's 12.
12. So, if Retro Redfield doesn't fall off this tiny 3x3 bridge, the game is going over to reliable archery aces.
Yeah,
Hopefully
and
they pay respect to the archery game. And get your GGs in chat for Retro Redfield, finishing at 139. 30?
28.
28? I didn't stop his timer perfectly enough.
Yeah. But unfortunately, Retro doesn't gonna be joining us for an interview because he don't speak English.
Oh, we can parlez-vous français?
Maybe not.
Yeah, that's all I can say in French. So
Okay.
I at least tried, right?
Yeah, that's good though. Then. Well, with that win, we know that the reliable Archer Ages is gonna be on top again, and these two teams gonna finish off 1-1 this week. That puts reliable Archer Aces on 10 wins and 2 losses. Blue Balls is gonna be on 9 wins and 3 losses. And yeah, we have 2 teams, or maybe 3 on the bottom who are gonna try to fight for those 2 top spots. And
Yeah.
Kaede just forfeited there as well after that cannon fall.
Yeah.
Not sure if that was intentional or not.
I mean, when probably he flicked over and saw something happen on race time GG and dropped his focus and took again on that like fall.
Yeah, very
So
probably, yeah. But
then
GG
like
to both runners was a really fun race.
yeah, this one was very close. It came down in the end to the pod dip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, over the Ice Palace.
Yeah.
But if you haven't already, guys, I want to thank Arthur for the restream. Really nice setting this up, and thank you, Nobly, for co-commentating with me today. It was a really fun race, said to watch, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week.
Oh yeah. Next week we're not even halfway through this week. We still have
Well,
tons of enjoyment this week.
Well, that's true. My team that are currently in third place are playing both on Thursday and Saturday, so that's just gonna be, of course, interesting games to watch. And
Yeah, by the looks of it, it looks like Kaede is gonna join us for some interview as well.
oh, awesome! Let's see if we can get him in here. Maybe.
Oh, they are still in the waiting room, so they are probably just setting up. So
Yeah. Well, at least we know that next week my team, Specrock Bunkers, are up against Blue Balls United, and Reliable Archer Ageless is up against Medical Herapot. So that's going to be interesting games also in the Enemizer week.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get Kaede in here to get some thoughts about this game and for the games next week. And we're joined by Kaede. GG.
Hello.
Hello.
GG's.
Hello. What do you think about that seed?
It was a jet set. Yeah, I guess. I mean, the hammer was
Marsha.
behind pod on
Yeah.
that flute. So yes, basically that was the key. And
Yeah.
then maybe the hook shot was the other problem because the other stuff was behind swamp. So that's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, everything was lined up for a Ice Palace here. Ice Palace was huge looking turnout, like 10 minutes. Everything item you had was Ice Palace screaming. So I do not,
Yeah,
I do not fault you for going Ice Palace here. I would have been in Ice Palace so fast as well.
I mean, that was a big wait because I was expecting something. I had Titan Mates, Flippers, and Fire Rod, so I don't know. It could have been the play, but it wasn't. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Rod was expected for Moon Pearl in Escape,
Yeah,
logically, because the key was in Dark Cross, so some kind of fire source was required for Moon Pearl.
but that
Yeah,
those locations, I mean, Escape was in logic with bombs only. I think, right?
yeah, but you
Or
needed the key from Dark Cross for it to be logically accessible in Zelda Cell.
oh yeah, okay, okay, okay.
Um, because logic be logic,
Yeah,
like it
something
requires you to get
interesting
the
in
key.
that the mountain didn't really have anything, and Retro was actually getting that hook shot kind of early, so he did all of the mountain without any result.
Hmm. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
expecting the mountain to be empty. I was when I saw that lamp on the mountain, I was like, okay, um, Float is down there. Float is
Yeah,
gonna have something behind for sure. And yes,
that
that
was very
happened.
smart. Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes happens the opposite, but whatever.
The biggest question I have is, what was your thoughts doing Magic Bat and then going Eastern instead of going over from Darkhold, combining it with Pod and Eastern?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a big misplay. Uh, I was thinking about that combo of doing both dungeons, having the
Mm-hmm.
mirror, but it was a misplay. Yes.
Well, it's easy
Yeah,
to do that. I mean, get stressed out and you don't find any big progression, and you had a lot of
Yeah,
items in
that
Eastern.
that also didn't help. So
yeah. I mean, looking at it, would you have been in Swamp Palace if you found that flute that led to the hammer earlier?
I don't know. Maybe I will have lost anyways because I don't like Swamp Palace in general. I never trust that dungeon.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, Swamp Palace has been very bad lately, being hammers in swamp, hook shot in swamp, mitts in swamp required without a hook shot. So Swamp Palace is the dungeon you never trust. Like, do you have progression today? Do you not? Pendant swamp is the worst, you know. Like
yeah, 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 absolutely.
green
And in that
pendant.
situation, it was really easy to do Swamp because I had Meyer or Swamp. I mean, one of them is Crystal, so let's do that.
Yeah, when you found your hammer, like Meyer was like not looking great. So
No, you never go Meyer if you have all Sun Palace
well,
available.
Retro went into Meyer and ventured around in Meyer, so he was.
Mm,
And the
maybe for boots, but I
big key
don't
was
know.
in cutscene chat. We never get to see what the big key holds. Well, it probably wasn't anything useful.
No. So, Katie, are you looking forward now? Are you gonna play on the Animizer week? Anything?
Yes.
Okay, it's gonna be interesting. You're meeting my team next week, so I'm also looking forward to that Animizer matches.
Let's see. Let's see. I don't usually play this type of modes. I do play open and casual modes.
Okay,
Key
yeah.
sanity sometimes, whatever.
Mhm.
Let's see. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, really, it's gonna be fun.
But yeah, like looking at it, you guys were neck and neck through Dark World early stages until he
Got
went
that hook shot.
into
Yeah.
Swamp Palace and got his hook shot. Cause he
So
went
he
no,
went swamp instead of pot
yeah,
first.
yeah, he
Yeah,
got his swamp hook
Okay.
shot.
yeah, hook shot, and then went up to catfish, and then did
Yeah,
mountain.
yeah. He walked all
Wow.
the way to
Okay.
Catfish. I was surprised because he got that hook shot and still walked to Pyramid and then to Catfish. I'm like, oh no, Pod's isolated now. Why? Why do you do this to yourself?
I mean, if in that situation, if you go swamp, I will have gone pot for sure
Yeah,
because doing another lap from the left side of that world, that's really bad. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that's
I
true.
don't know.
if I went Swamp Palace there and got a hook shot, I would beeline up the mountain. That's for sure. Like, I wouldn't touch right side of Darkhold, even if it's out of logic.
Yeah, and if I don't know if he realized, but if you do that route and you leave pot, you know for sure that the mountain access was in pot. So skipping
Hmm.
that and it was the flood 100%. So
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a Bombo's tablet, and neither of you guys checked it early
yeah,
as well. So, but
maybe
yeah,
that was another little mistake.
Well,
The book was
in Hype
south
Cave.
okay.
route, so I could have routed that.
Well, we both skipped it. You didn't have Master Sword, so it's easy to not check it. But well,
Mm.
knowledge is good, of course. But I understand both ways.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I played good. I played a little bit bad. Uh,
I
and
mean,
yeah, deserve lose, I guess,
You
and
played
deserve
really
even more
good
red pill.
at
yeah,
least in the end.
your execution was good. Your routing was not the worst. The only mistake I think was doing Eastern without pod combination.
Yeah,
Apart from
yeah,
that, it was really nice.
Yeah,
Like
I
that
agree.
was the only like huge time sink you basically had was skipping out on the flute, uh, which would have given you the hammer. So it was you gained time. Like you were 4 minutes behind picking up pod crystal, but then you gained time going over to desert. But then you forgot the key in the big chest, so you lost back the time that you had gained. And then you gained time again in GT, but
yeah. I was looking the rest team when I finished. Well, when I forfeit, uh, and I was like, okay, so I was really behind, but I recovered a lot at the end.
yeah, it was very recover, lose time because this incident happens, and then recover, lose some time again. It was very unfortunate. I think your execution was good. Routing wise was very smart from your side. Like dipping Thieves Town didn't hurt you this time. Like all of the decisions you make didn't hurt, and it was a great show to watch both of you runners play.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for the restream. And yeah, see you next week.
yeah. And thanks for that. Any last thoughts, Nobly?
I'm excited for more seeds. I have a free week, so bring me more action. I want them now.
Yeah. What role do we have anywhere to guide the raid or something? Or any matches coming up, perhaps? Mm. Yeah, I don't got any information, so I guess we just don't have to say thank you for us. This have been a blast, and of course, thanks again, guys, for helping with the restream and everything. And yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.